For inviting this is new to me. I've never been never done a reading live like this in front of people. I also have never been part of a healing space like this before. I've never been part of something where there's so many entrepreneurs and healing people. And I just thank you guys for being open, and for Angel Gang, thank you guys for coming through. All right, so we're gonna do what we usually do. I do have some downloads, then we'll pray and we'll pull cards. This reading will be a little shorter than you guys are accustomed to because we are in a time crunch. But one of the downloads that I was getting, and I've been getting it since, say, about last night, and it is surrounding healing, because obviously I've been channeling and preparing for reading for you guys today, and the whole concept of this reading is about, this day is about healing. And a lot of us, or a lot of the people that I've tapped into, have gone either externally to internally, or internally to external with regards to their healing journey. And regardless of which end of that spectrum you're on, you're going to be pulled to the other end. So let me give you an example. Some of you guys, you do the yoga, you guys eat healthy, you guys have crystals, you guys, you eat healthy, you work out. But that is still very external. And of course it impacts your internal, but the focus on the healing is external. External things that will help me, right? Where some of you guys, like for me, for example, my journey started within. I still smoke cigarettes, I still eat McDonald's, I will only work out once a week. I've never gotten as much healing as I did in this room between the Reiki and the yoga and the sound therapy. That's all new to me. But this healing journey is not. So understand, as a collective, we support each other from going one end of this spectrum, whether it's external to internal, or from internal to external. So you guys, many of you guys help me to see my healing journey outside of myself. There's things that I can do to help heal me externally, and I don't put focus on that. I really don't, and I need to. I don't eat healthy, I don't do yoga, I don't do sound therapy. But I do dark work. I do inner soul work. So it's okay, whatever end of the spectrum you're on, just know the healing journey continues. And many of you guys, in your journey of healing, many of you guys are embarking into it, or for many of you though, you're actually wrapping up a cycle of healing. And why this is exciting, the journey of healing never ends, but this cycle, this particular karmic cycle that required healing, is wrapping up. And what's beautiful about this is that it now allows for a certain manifestation to come into you. So think about it. Your manifestation, whether it's success, whatever it is, it has weight. It's heavy. But if you have a broken leg, the divine is not going to put something on you if you're not healed. So if it's success, your success has a lot of weight. It's heavy. And you have a broken leg, you can't bear the weight. So your healing journey is focused on your leg. Your leg heals, and then what happens? You're able to bear the weight of this manifestation. So just understand that this healing journey is for a reason. And the stronger you become, the stronger you are to hold the weight of your greatness, your manifestation, success, whatever it is that you're asking for. What you're asking for has weight. It's heavy. It's not light. And even our hearts, we ask for love. We want love. But can our heart bear the burden of that when it's broken, when it hasn't healed, when it's traumatized? You want to feel lighter, but your heart's like, I'm heavy, full of resentment, wounding. And just know though that all the healing that you've been doing, collective, it's giving you the strength to be able to bear the weight. I don't want to call it a burden, but the weight of your dreams. So be excited to have manifestations come in, and just know they are a reflection of your healing and your soul work and all the work you did to not give up on yourself, on your dreams, on your future. And many of the times when you go to God and you ask for things, God just tells you to heal, my love. Just go within, just heal. And because a lot of the times we want to take actions, we want to do things, and again, it's external to us. And a lot of the times when we go within and we heal and we align, we realize our dreams and our manifestations, we didn't have to go and find them. They made their way to us. We made our way to them. And yeah, so those are the downloads that I had coming into this reading. We will pray. I'm a clapper, I'm loud. It's like, okay, but we will pray first. And I just want to thank everyone for being here and just showing support. And if I feel a little awkward, it's just because I'm a little bit nervous, but the divine's with me and I do this, so I'm not going to doubt myself. All right? And I just want to just say a couple of things to the woman who did the spoken word poem. That was one of the most powerful, impactful things today for me. Thank you. That was really... And your sound healing, that was very impactful. Everybody was awesome. I just wanted to, and sir, if I can just shout you out. Yes. No, you're looking behind you. You. Yes. You are strength.
I did notice, like, you know, you said like you were internal.
Yes.
I felt like I was a complete opposite yin yang external.
That's how, the yin and the yang. That's a perfect reference, right? But what happens when the yin and the yang can come together? It can be quite powerful, right? But I just wanted you to know that I don't know you, and I can walk into this room and I can identify your energy and the strength. Okay? All right. Let's pray. Creator God, time source, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective all the messages that are in our greatest good, surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to us, our personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Creator God, time source, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular, all the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, the protection. We are absolutely nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High, forever and ever. Amen. All right, let's have fun and play cards, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what the hell's going to come out in these cards. Okay? But we're going to have fun and we're going to see. So first I want to pull the Lenormand. This is the Golden Venetian. All right, for those that, if you like the decks that I'm using, I will put them out for you. People on YouTube are like, well, you don't do that for us. All right, so let's see. What messages do we have for the collective today? What would you like me to communicate to them that's in their greatest good? Ooh. First card out is usually the most impactful. And I really just think this is a reflection of what we spoke about. Many of you guys have been on a healing journey, and it's in the form of preparation. When am I going to be ready? Well, I've got to heal, and I've got to do this, and I've got to do that. And this card actually speaks of you being prepared.
Everything is within already.
Absolutely. So this is telling you, you can stay there. This is your plan. But if you stay there, that plan it's an illusion. It's a complete illusion. So this is validating to you that you are ready. But if you don't believe it and you wait for external people to validate with that for you, you could be waiting a very long time and watching other people be ready to pursue their dreams while you sit in this den looking out that little peephole. No. Yeah, I like that. No. All right, the second card is the Eight of Cups in reverse. Now, I'll be really honest, this isn't the greatest card to get in reverse because with the Eight of Cups, it usually speaks about your pursuit to happiness. You leave everything behind that is unfulfilling. It's not a reflection of what you truly want. You walk out on blind faith because you don't see the ninth cup, which is wish fulfillment, but your faith leads you to it, and one day eventually you find it. But with the Eight of Cups in reverse, this is telling you guys are lacking faith or you're going back into an old karmic patterning. So meaning you walked away from some level of toxicity, something that's not fulfilling to you, doesn't serve you. It could even be a relationship. So you left this person because you know they don't treat you right. You know they're not your idea of what you want in a partner, but you're revisiting that. The only reason why you would do that is because you don't have faith about the ninth cup. The Nine of Cups in Tarot speaks of wish fulfillment. Okay? So this is where you go within and you ask yourself, don't beat yourself up. Whoa, I'm going back into patterning. Well, fuck it. No. It's fine. You're going to go back and do what you need to do, but you have to be consciously aware of what is drawing you back to this place. And I'm pretty sure, based on what we've touched on, it's lack of faith about wish fulfillment. So this is you walking away and you get halfway and you're like, you know what, I'm fucking tired and there is no ninth cup and I'm just like in limbo. So let me just go back.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. That was my thoughts about that, all right? Let's see what else though. In the Lenormand, this also speaks about the moon. Moons speak about illusions, fears. So these could be tethered to why you're not taking action, even though you're prepared, you're planned. It's not the universe telling you can't move forward, it's you.
Yeah.
And what is speaking is your shadow. And we love to ignore the shadow, but your shadow tells you where you're afraid, where you need to be tender with yourself, cautious. And I just see that there's fears and illusions holding the collective back from doing things they plan to do. They've thought it out. They've aligned themselves to it. And the only step would be to walk out of this door with your map and your plan. And as you can see here, there is a time, what do you call this? The hourglass, which speaks about time and running out of time, but it isn't the universe, it's you. It's your own internal dialogue saying, time's running up. If I want to take action, if I want to pursue certain things, I need to do them now. Because if you don't, the option is to either stay where you're at or go backwards. So I feel like some of you guys are in a push and pull between your X and Y paradigm. Okay, your X paradigm is your old patterning and your Y paradigm is that future. Your future is outside of this door. But your X paradigm is what you've already left behind. And I see you guys revisiting that. So, but that's okay. Let's see what else. Ooh, that flew out, 6 of Cups. All this is confirming. So this is a couple of things. This is what you went back to, past love. It's okay. It's okay. If you have shame associated with it, you're not getting the point. Every person you've been with, from friend to romantic partner, teaches you a very valuable lesson about how you love, about your karmic patterning, about what you draw to you. And it looks like you guys are going to revisit, or you're considering revisiting a past lover. This could also be a nostalgia. So we had several women today speak about past relationships and how hard and traumatic it was in the healing process, and kind of being the phoenix rising, right? Outside of heartbreak. And I see that some of you guys could be quite nostalgic over past heartbreaks, and it's a need to heal. And if you're ever being chased by the past, it's because you're avoiding something. And if you avoid your past, no matter how painful it is, you will recreate it so you get the lesson and you get the point. Don't do that. Well, I mean, not for some of you, it was really bad. I don't think you'd want to remanifest that, but that's why you're going, well, why do I keep thinking about them and why am I being haunted by this? Because you haven't taken the data. Yeah. Your experiences are information. Pull the information and then you will not be karmically drawn to these people and these experiences because you've gained the lessons and the knowledge you need. You can move on. You can get your 100 and you can pass go, right? Let's see what else. The 4 of Pentacles. This is about holding on too tight to whatever you have, and you would have to let go of it if you wanted better. But you're not, so that means this is poverty consciousness. Again, lack of faith in better, whether it's in love. This is about finances. You don't want to leave something because it gives you a certain level of financial stability, but the divine is saying, my God, this is a fraction. This is the 4 of Pentacles. We're trying to make it to the 10. There's a long ways to go. There's a lot of upgrading to be had. It's a better way to communicate that. Right? So really look at what you hold on to and why. Because what I'm tapping into today is a lack of faith of better. Whether it's a partner, whether it's something you're doing for money. That's what I'm getting. Some of you guys, it's a stable job. Some of you guys, you have stable jobs, but you guys are artists and you guys are creatives and you don't believe that your art and your craft can bring you financial abundance that you can rely upon and live on, and that is a lie. You have to release that. Abundance and money is tethered to talent, skills, abilities, and passions. You unlock them, you unlock cash. This is how this works. Right? Okay, let's see what else. And you guys don't have to whisper, you guys. Oh, okay, you guys have to, like, this is interactive, like, we're loud now, it's almost 10.
Every single one, it's like you're speaking directly to me, and I cannot.
Like Mama D says, if it's me, it's you, if it's you, it's me.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 3 of Cups, jeez! All right, let's see what else though. I think that's enough for the Lenormand. Fantastic. On the bottom of the deck, the 10 of Swords. Now, a lot of tarot readers see this as betrayal. They see it as a very nasty card. It's one of the best cards of the deck because it means the hard times are over. You went through the thick, you went through the fire, you survived. Now you get to celebrate. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah. Beautiful. We like that. All right, let's see.
Yes, straight.
I feel like I need to tell you guys that there was fireworks.
The art of healing. All right. See what else?
Not that we need the external validation.
Right. Impatience. That's fine. The issue is what you do. Everybody feels impatience, but does your impatience put you out of alignment? Meaning, well, it didn't come fast enough, so you know what, fuck this, and I'm gonna do something else, or I'm gonna move on, or I'm gonna abandon this talent, skill, ability, because you haven't given yourself the patience to explore a space, to develop, to grow. So this impatience, I'm sure, has to do with tons of people, especially if you're impatient with yourself. If you're impatient with yourself, no one's gonna get no time. Everyone's gonna irritate you. Right? It's like hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. But you're deflecting, you're projecting that impatience onto. I do that all the time. Constantly projecting the irritation and impatience, which is always a reflection of where I'm irritated and impatient within myself. I'm tired, Destiny, of waiting for you to do what I want to do and the excuses. But then I go to other people and I become impatient. So, right? So be aware, though, collective, that many times people project onto you as well. Okay? And it's hard because nobody wants to be projected on, but I also think it's because of the way we see the projection. So I was talking about mental illness and projection being a reflection of that, and then how we deal with people. So if you know somebody's projecting their impatience or their trauma or their hurt onto you, how do you respond? Well, that wasn't fucking me, and you're talking about yourself, and da-da-da-da. Or do you address, because you know they're projecting, saying, what's wrong? You impatient with yourself? You're being impatient with everybody. What's going on with you? Well, yeah, you know, and then you've supported somebody going within. But if you attack somebody when they're projecting, the last thing they're going to want to do is take that attack and bring it inside of them, if that makes sense, right? Okay, so impatient, that's not fun. What else? Instinct, which is beautiful because it's under the 6 of Cups. Now, the 6 of Cups can also, in this deck, Lenormand deck, can speak of long-term goals and plans, which is also what some of you guys could be impatient about. You want returns on your investments. You've invested, whether it's in your body, health, whether it's in a career endeavor, you want a return and you're getting a little bit impatient with that. But your instincts are telling you not to abandon it because that's where I think you're going. Should I cut my losses? You know, should I walk away? Do you ever see that meme where the guy's digging through the ground? right before the gold, he turns around.
Yeah.
That's this.
Yeah.
Your impatience and your instincts are in conflict. Your instincts are saying, it's there, it's coming, let's keep going. Your impatience, like, I'm fucking done with the shit. Like, I'm off this now. Right?
Fair to say that impatience is ego?
Yes. From how I've observed it in myself, it's always ego-based. Like my entitlement and what I believe. Like it just, yeah, I guess it is ego-based. Fucking tired of it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what else. Let's pull one more of these oracle, and then we'll move to some tarot. And then we will wrap with the Aboriginal Dream Time, which is the Ancestor deck. Confusion. This isn't the greatest energy, guys. This speaks, which makes sense because this is a space of healing, right? So this is a bunch of conscious people who are aware about the healing that they seek and that they need. And this is just showing me here that there is some kind of confusion. And the reason why the universe is surrounding you like this is because it forces you to have to trust your instincts. There's nothing else to trust. If you look at this card, you guys can pass it around. If you look at that card, the person's completely in the clouds. There is no look over here and what's over here. There's no reference point. What does that mean then? You have to go within.
Didn't you get that last Monday?
Probably.
Yeah.
The fog.
I know we're done with that card. We're done with it. We want to move on. The clarity. Right? Oh, and then some guilt, just to add to. But this is a healing space, right? We're all healing, right? And some of you guys are healing guilt. And guilt's tough. Guilt's also very heavy. Like energetically, it really weighs you down. So for some of you, what's stopping you from taking actions, pursuing dreams, moving forward is the weight of the guilt that you have. And if this guilt is bad enough, it can instill so much fear in you that you will avoid putting yourself in a position to be guilty of anything again. But it's no different than heartbreak. Imagine you never allowed yourself to fall in love after you got your heart broken. That's the real crime. That's the real destruction, and that's the real trauma. Is the thought that I will not do this again. I can't do this. That's what breaks your heart. Yeah, it's the people, but it's not. It's what you tell yourself when your heart's broken. You give up, and that crushes you. Way farther worse than any man and woman or ducky John Crow. You know what me I talk about. All right, so we'll pull a little tarot. Hopefully something a little bit more fun and lighthearted comes in. And some of you guys, you're drawn to tarot, and you don't pursue it because you think you have to know how. Instincts. These cards mean what you want them to mean. You understand? There's no. I mean, you can study them, the meanings, but then how many readers will pull a card and the meaning of the card will be in direct conflict with their instincts. This tool is useless now. So that's just a little for those that are drawn to reading. Thinking, well, I can, and well, I don't know how, and I gotta study. It's a crock of shit. If you listen to us bitches on the YouTube, most of us don't know what the fuck these cards mean. We're running our mouths, and we're telling how we feel, and it just is what it is, all right? Okay, the Seven of Swords. Oh no! It's the heat because it's a healing space, right? So the mind's like, we gonna heal today. Okay, so here we go. So now you guys have healed, you have new manifestations coming in, and now we're gonna see what the real darkness, because a lot of you guys experience darkness, dark experiences from the past. So the Seven of Swords you attributed to other people. Other people fucked me over. They Seven of Swords, they lied, they cheated, and they scammed me. Okay? That's external. The problem is, that might have been the past. But in the present, you're the Seven of Swords. You're creating imbalance in your life because you are not allowing yourself to give and or receive because of whatever past experiences you had. That regret. I regret loving that person. I regret opening up to them. I regret trusting them. You do that when you don't understand the lessons and how it curated you and how you're stronger and you're smarter now. The smartest people are heartbroken because your heart is data and information. Every time it cracks, it releases information.
That's one of my favorite things that you say all the time.
Because of truth me a talk, sister.
I call the men around me because they avoid their heart like it's nothing. It's everything.
But we did that.
Yep, exactly.
We did that. We don't make it a safe space for them to explore this because we turn around and tell them they're weak for doing it.
Yeah.
And then we blame them and say they're cold and heartless and fuck men and this and that.
Yeah.
What? Anyway, this is the real crime. Because your dreams, your manifestations, you did all this healing, guys, and your dreams are coming in. Don't be your own op. The people who rejected your love, I know it seems malice, but many of you guys are going to understand why your karmics abandoned you because they didn't believe in love. They didn't trust it. How can you trust some person just loving you when you can't even trust the love of your mother or your father? Or, you understand? Now, the issue is not the past. The issue is you perpetuating this in the future, in your present moment. So now somebody comes to you genuine with love, and you are the Seven of Swords. You push them away. You flake. You ghost. You're not fully transparent and honest. You don't open up your heart, and now you're back in a chaser position. Because you botch this, you will chase this when you become conscious aware of what you just rejected, what you didn't open yourself to. You will understand. And this is what I see here. You not opening up to wish fulfillment solely because of a past experience, which means it's not because of what's being presented to you in the current moment. It's all because of a past experience. So if you ask your friend, well, why don't you want to date this person? Well, in the past, well, I knew somebody who was kind of like them, and it has nothing to do with the present and the person you're talking about. Or it should. Right? Success. Well, I tried that and I invested in a business and I lost all this fucking money and I'm not going to do it again. When this could be your 10 of Pentacles. This could unlock your ancestral abundance that will last longer than you're alive. Collective, your talents, skills, and abilities. They're passed down to you by your ancestors. That's why your ancestral abundance is inherited through your talents, skills, and abilities. Opa! Okay, so now we're going to pull 2 more cards before we wrap the reading. Both of the cards, I'm going to read the meaning out of the deck, okay? I'm foaming at the mouth. Give me a second here. You guys want the frankincense over there? Back there?
Sure.
Here, come. There's another one here too. Okay? All right. Okay. I'm just going to pull one card. We're going to read this out of the deck. I know it's hard to believe, but I love you guys. You sure? You sure, man? Oh, and where's my, so shout out to the sistren. There's a bunch of entrepreneurs. For those on YouTube, there's entrepreneurs and vendors, and it's just a really beautiful environment. And the sistren up in the front row, she makes these. They're tarot sacks. So you lay it out, you do your reading on it. I should have done it anyway. And then you put the cards in and then you tie it up. Do you have a website, sistren?
Yeah.
Drop it.
Shout it out to me. It's a plug.
Divinebewithin.ca.
Beautiful.
One more time.
Divinebewithin.ca.
Divine.
Just visit my food over there.
We're talking about YouTube. I want one. See,
I forgot.
Jazz says she wants one. That's who
See,
just
Jazz wants one. That's Hourglass by Jazz.
Yeah.
The 3 of Cups.
I want one.
Okay, that's nice. All right, so this is the 3 of Cups. I want you guys to take a good look at that. Okay. The first thing I thought is union of self. Here goes your masculine, feminine, and inner child. Many of you, the broken family experience that you've had in the 3D is a reflection of the fragmented soul that you inherited from your ancestors. Meaning this masculine, feminine, inner child energy, if it's not in union within self, it will reflect. The lack of union will reflect externally to you. If that makes sense. My broken family situation was a reflection of my soul. The state of my soul incarnating into this earth. It wasn't anything to blame, it was just a reflection. And for those of you that are really struggling with your parents, because some of you, you're this little baby, and your parents are in the 3 of Cups, I want you to understand that whatever you experienced from your parents, part of the reason why they're like that is because of you. Many of you, your parents were your children in lifetimes past. There is nothing you bear karmically that you are not responsible for. Do you guys understand that? We have to own the ancestral trauma and the burden of ascending our bloodline. We have to own it. But we're all just blaming. It's my fucking cousin's fault, my aunt's a degenerate, everybody's like, right? But we all share the same wounding. For many of you, not many of you, some of you guys are the black sheep. Many of you guys, if you were the black sheep, you weren't meant to fit in your family, you were meant to bring pivotal change to your family, which is why you were different. Shout out to all the black sheep in your family. I love my job. All right, let's read this out of the book, though. It's a herd, we're a herd. Okay, cool. All right, 3 of Cups. Oh, it's the 3 of Cups. It's the 3 of Cups. Can they see it?
Yeah, they can see you.
Yeah. That's so cool. I'm on YouTube. I do, some of you guys know, but I do a 3 of Cups where I work with 2 other high priestesses and we channel message. We do healing together. We do content together, so you guys can check that out on queencup.ca, but we also post on their channels as well, all right? But anyways, okay, sorry.
Where's your glasses?
My glasses. Okay. One well-to-do citizen had all the necessities of a happy life and more than one could wish for. A nice house, a beautiful wife, a purse full of money, and delicious food every day. He was happy, but there was still something important missing. When he was young, his wife gave birth to his son and he realized that he was truly happy. The baby was so sweet and playful that its parents could not stop looking at it and admiring it. And even the vagaries, V-A-G-A-R-I-E-S, vagaries of their beloved offspring, beloved offspring were in their joy because it filled the hearts of the couple with love and life with meaning. General meanings, refurbishment, improving living conditions, positive changes in all areas of your life. Work, starting a small new business, work to one's liking, favorite activity, expanding one's business, life's work, housekeeping, helping with household chores, money, increase in income, increase in finances every year, formation of new and promising sources of income. And you see, what I find is interesting here is you see this favorite activity and expanding one business, and it specifically ties into this new formation, this this increase in finances every year. It's like as you heal and you come into union with these aspects of yourself, whether it's things you love, talent, skills, and abilities you never invested in, whatever the case is, you're specifically tethering that growth and development to your finances, and you should. They are connected, okay? And then promising with regards to people and feelings, promising relationship, engagement, domesticity, nepotism, childbirth, family enlargement, fecundity, Fecundity. Anyways, cordial friendships, kinships, and then plan the birth of a child. Pay attention to your relatives. So you guys are planning to have a baby? Friends and pay attention to your relatives, friends, and significant others. Strive to increase your family and close circle of communication. Rejoice at the birth of a child, grandchildren, and new relatives. In the reverse, delays in the implementation of plans. Here was the first card. Constant postponement of results, opening ineffective areas of activity, receiving less money than expected, the threat of miscarriage, difficult pregnancy, bleeding, the need to wait long for the embodiment of the desired. This is Eugene Vininsky, like this guy goes in with the card meanings, but you guys just take what resonates and leave the rest behind, all right? So that was that, and then we'll pull one more card before we wrap. I just want to thank you guys all for taking time to listen to me and let me run my mouth. Thank you guys. All right, this is the Aboriginal Dreamtime Oracle. It's one of my favorite decks. You guys can pass it around if you guys want to see the cards that we've used today, or any of the decks. You guys can come take them, pass them around, all right? I want it to fall out. Inner grief. That's why, right? What else would we talk about? We're at the art of healing, like, right? You know? Okay, so let's read that. And I also feel like this message has to do with a lot of you guys who started your healing journey external. So you haven't identified necessarily what the wound is, but all you know is you need healing. So whether you're like, fucking give me the crystals, give me the yoga, like I need to change my diet, like you're doing this external, then within. But you're gonna be brought into the darkness of your soul. And it's scary at first, but once you realize that you're not afraid here, there's nothing on this planet that will ever make you afraid. You face your inner demon and you face your darkness, you're the bravest person, which is why a lot of you guys are black sheep. You refuse to ignore the wounding, the trauma, the mental illness in your family, amongst your friends. The black sheep has a lot of wounding, needs a lot of acknowledgement, and feels very lonely. I want you guys to please pass this card around while I read the meaning of it so you can really understand. I need the book, yes. Inner grief. All right. Mine doesn't make me cry with this one. All right, these are the times of sadness and loss. These are the times of sadness and loss where simply the color of our skin determines our future. The mother watches intently as her children play close to the humpy where she can see them, but for a few moments she is distracted. After that short time where her attention is returned to the children, she notices a plum of dust and then a black car driving up the dirt road, which quickly pulls up close to her children. As she screams as she screams at the children to run, she knows in her heart they do not have enough time to get away. She is hysterical as she begs the welfare people not to take her brown-skinned babies, but they do. She collapsed to the ground where she will stay until her children are returned to her. Over the years, the mother's black hair turns gray, and years of weather chills her features. Yet she maintains her watch, never venturing far from the spot and never seeing her children again. Dreamtime message: your heart has taken a battering, and with every breath you take, it physically hurts. You have no choice in this situation, so the only way forward is to begin your own healing journey. Learn to forgive yourself and know that this forgiveness will begin to heal your heart, and your self-esteem will slowly begin to build. It will be a slow process, but day by day, you will get through this, and you will look back in a few weeks and recognize the massive journey you had undertaken. We all have this in common. We've undertaken a massive healing journey. And the reason why that story was so disturbing is to give you an idea of the heartbreak. So maybe you guys didn't go through something like this, but I'm sure you've experienced the fear and the hysteria and the panic and the heartbreak, the yearning. Identify what triggered your healing journey and have a little respect for it, a little love for it. Understanding it's the only thing that will bring you peace. And forgiveness. Guys, forgiveness is an illusion. All forgiveness is acceptance. Accept it. A lot of the times we overthink, we overprocess because we don't want to accept disappointment. So we make it something else. And it has to be, and our mind goes in a million directions instead of focusing in the present at what it is, and sometimes it's disappointing. It's okay. Look around you guys. You don't bear none of this alone. I don't give a fuck if you're the black sheep, you're in a room full of them. All right? So anyways, that's the reading. And I'm going to stop before I
I'm gonna close it. Do I just close it?
I just want to shout out my sister for bringing me roses. I want to just share these, okay? I just want to give one. And I want to give one. Let's give one more. Let's give one more. And my guy in the back.
Oh, that's so sweet.
All right. And everybody else is giving me very like, what about my room? Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Can I just close it?
Hey. Bye, guys. Yeah, close it.